Xoş gördük hörmətli tamaşaçılar. Davamiyyət olaraq yenə də sizin görüşünüzə gəlmişik. TV'mizin getdikcə dəyişən, yeni bölümlərin yaradılması və rəngarəng süjetlərin göstərilməsinin nail olduğu müvəffəqiyyəti göz qabağındadır. Əlbəttə, sizlərin irad və təklifləri bizim üçün çox vacibdir. Bizimlə əlaqə saxlamaq və ya məktubla öz fikir və iradlarınızı bizə bildirmək istəyirsinizsə, AzCanTv'nin web sitəsi www.azcantv.ca adresinə göndərə bilərsiniz.
History of Azerbaijan, the interactive educational system developed by Chashioglu Multimedia, covers the history of Azerbaijan from the most ancient era and up to the second half of the 20th century. The Ancient History Disc takes us to a journey into the history which starts from the evolution of primeval people and continues through establishment and development of earliest civilizations. Lullaby and Guti statecrafts of early ages are gradually unfolding right on your desktop. The Ancient History of Azerbaijan also presents history of development of the states of Mana, Iskit, Atropatene and Caucasian Albania in a chronological order. The disc, which covers early Middle Ages of the medieval period, guides us through the historic path of state building in Azerbaijan. History of establishment and growth of the states of Caucasian Albania and Gurdman, Shirvanshahs and Mezidis, as well as statehoods of Salaris and Sajjis, Shadaris and Ravadis, is presented in the minutest detail. The part of the history of Azerbaijan, the Middle Ages, stretching from the classic feudalism to late medieval ages, depicts the Renaissance in Azerbaijan in particulars. History of development of powerful Azerbaijani Turkic empires of Eldigas and Shirvanshahs, Karagoyunlu and Argoyunlu, as well as the Safavid Empire, is revisited basing upon real facts. The magnitude of these empires in the nation's history has been analyzed to the utmost details. Documentary videos taken in different locations as well as interactive maps, diagrams, extended vocabulary and animations offered in the multimedia systems provide a true and unbiased depiction of the historic reality of Azerbaijan at the time. History of Azerbaijan, the New Era, is offered in 4 discs covering a period of the history between the 17th and the second half of the 18th centuries. The New Era discs revisit the declining years of the Safavid statehood as well as the rise and fall of Afshar Empire. The discs also provide extended insight about the history of establishment of independent states on the territory of Azerbaijan. The discs offer an unprecedented lively depiction of Russian and Ottoman warfare over the lands of Azerbaijan along with the outcomes of the struggle for the country. The discs provide a factual description of the important role the Afshar Empire of Nadir Shah, the renowned statesman of Azerbaijan and a great warrior, played in the history of statehood of Azerbaijan. Documentary films were generously used to demonstrate the struggle by the kingdoms of Guba, Shaki, Urmia and Karabakh to unite Azerbaijani lands in a single state. Malicious ambitions of Armenians regarding the kingdom of Erevan, Ganja and Nakhchivan in the western Azerbaijan are depicted using archive materials and an abundance of well-documented evidence. Yet a new phase of struggle aimed at forceful disintegration of the Azerbaijani lands is a focal issue of the New Era Disc Part 2. Collapse of independent statehood in Azerbaijan as a result of wars between Russia and Iran, which was then ruled by the Qajars dynasty, and the devastating ethnic policy executed on the Azerbaijani lands are explained in most details. The New Era Part 3 provides an extended knowledge on establishment of capitalist tendencies in the northern territories of Azerbaijan, as well as the issues related to revival of oil and other industrial sectors in the country. The New Era Part 4 provides a well-documented insight to the issues of revival of the national liberation movement in Azerbaijan at the start of the 20th century, Russian colonialism in the northern Azerbaijan, and spread of mass protests against the Shah's regime in the southern Azerbaijan. The modern history of Azerbaijan has already started shaping up, although it's still in a draft format. Here is a brief overview of these 5 discs. Disc 1 creates a fact-based description of Azerbaijan People's Republic as well as the national liberation movement in southern Azerbaijan. Disc 2 looks back into the history of establishment of the Soviet regime in Azerbaijan, socialist-style reforms and their outcome. Disc 3 provides a full historical review of political, social, economic and cultural processes unfolding in the Soviet and southern Azerbaijan during the World War II. Disc 4 guides us through the dunes Soviet Azerbaijan survived. Disc 5 is a factual summary of the oil strategy of Azerbaijan, the issues of energy and transportation security in the region, status of the Caspian Sea, and Azerbaijan's integration to international community. These interactive multimedia educational systems reflecting the history of Azerbaijan offer immense opportunities to those who strive to learn the history of their native land.
Hardadır Bakımızın o köhne küçələri, fayton dolaşan döngələri. Faytonçunu gəzirəm, axtarıram hey onu, görüb deyim saxla faytonu. Deyim ona sürgünə öz köhnə Bakımıza, qayıt o gənclik vaxtımıza. Köhnə dostum tələsmə, yox daha o dost tanış, darıxmışam Bakıdan danış. Faytonçu yadındamı, Bakımızın bulvarı, kafe satkosu, gilavarı. De görün yadındamı, necə hər axşam çağı, qaynayar Malakan bağı. Faytonçu yuxu kimi gəlir mənə o günlər, nə tez uçdu ömürdən illər. Faytonçu yuxu kimi gəlir mənə o günlər, nə tez uçdu ömürdən illər. Hardadır Bakımızın o köhne faytonları, bir de o illerin dostları. Məhləmizdən keçəndə səsləyərdik biz onu, ey faytonçu saxla faytonu. Sürdürərdik bulvara Basinə Çadrovuya, oradan enerdik Targovuya. Küçələrdə uşaqlar qaçardı ayak yalı, arkasınca o faytonların. Faytonçu yadında mı Bakımızın bulvarı, kafe satkosu dilavarı. De görüm yadında mı necə hər axşam qaynayar Malakan bağı. Faytonçu yuxu kimi gəlir mənə o günlər, nə tez uçdu ömürdən illər. Faytonçu yuxu kimi gəlir mənə o günlər, nə tez uçdu ömürdən illər. Faytonçu yadında mı Bakı'nın kubikası, adlı sanlı şamahinkası. De görüm yadında mı Sovetski'nin tramvayı, minip düşerdik pulsuz havayı. Faytonçu kovma dostunu, asta asta biraz sür. Onsuz da ömürden iller ötür. Ömrümüzün faytonu aparsa da bizleri, geçmişimizin kalır izleri. Faytonçu yuxu kimi gəlir mənə o günlər, nə tez uçdu ömürdən illər. Ey faytonçu yuxu kimi gəlir mənə o günlər, nə tez uçdu ömürdən illər.
Zaman zaman, nesil nesil Babəklərin gəlir səsi. Zaman zaman nesil Nəsimilər tükənməsi. Kaş millətdə ruh yaşasın. Sabirlərə xəbər olsun, qız gəlinlər həcər olsun, kişilərdə təpər olsun. Kaş millətdə ruh yaşasın. Ruhun gücündedir. Qüdrət ruhun gücündedir. Qeyrət ruhun gücündedir. Kaş millətdə ruh yaşasın. Düşməni qul etmək olar. min əsir yol getmək olar, dünyanı titretmək olar. Kaş millətdə ruh yaşasın, kaş millətdə ruh yaşasın, kaş millətdə ruh yaşasın.
Özme yakar gider, akar gider, su geler yakar gider. Dünya bir penceredir, her gelene bakar gider, bakar gider. Ramazan olubdur, anam ozan olubdur, derde dözen olubdur, haktan ey bağlanan dilim, nakış düzen ey olubdur.
God has created the land of Azerbaijan, the nature of this land beautiful. There is no tree in the world which does not grow in these forests. Some trees in this forest are of the same age with this castle. These waters, purling day and night, take their babble from the snow-covered mountains. Drakes are the beauty of waters. These flamingos, included in the World's Red Book, have chosen the land of Azerbaijan as their habitat. Wherever they move off, they always come back here to spend the winter. Azerbaijani poets have praised gazelle at all times and dedicated poetic verses to it which sound like a song. The proud-looking gods regard themselves as the only masters of these lofty mountains and precipitous cliffs. I wonder what else are the eyes of the eagle soaring high in the skies, searching for underneath. Bees are carrying again the essence of the flowers. one cannot help feeling on the taste of numerous fruits growing on this soil. This soil cures countless diseases. 9 out of 11 climatic zones on the earth pass through Azerbaijan. Every season has its particular charm and beauty in this land. The autumn's area looks as if it has just fallen down from a motley tableau of an artist. The trees, after the leaf fall, stick to the memory is their graphic appearance. Everybody who has seen this land has called it the paradise. The nature goes to its winter sleep. It will awake again when the snow and ice would melt down. However, it appears that the nature of Azerbaijan was destined to awake from this winter sleep as if it has not got enough. The Armenian murderers, who had always enjoyed kindness of our ancestors, stretched their bloody claws towards the Azerbaijani lands.